Alright guys, welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel, and today we're going to go over 5 tools that I wish I would have gotten sooner. And we're also going to be going into the gift giveaway enrollment for 1,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you joined me last night on my live stream, thank you guys so much. You guys have already probably seen what the gift giveaway is going to be. I'm going to show you guys again for those of you that didn't see it, and now you'll have a chance to enroll. But getting into the 5 things that I wish I would have had sooner, keep in mind that a couple of these items are things that I already had since, like day one. But what I'm showing you is basically a better quality version of what I had before, because that's a big difference. Like, say you had a crappy screwdriver set before and it didn't work very well. That could be one of my items that I could show you, basically saying that a good screwdriver set is something that I wish I would have had sooner. That's not on my list, but that's just an example. Also, keep in mind that these are just some of the tools that I have here at home, not in my actual Matco box, so I was kind of limited on things. But there are a lot of other things that I could have shown you, but I kind of keep it to these because I'm really happy that I got these instead of using the ones that I had prior, or just something that I didn't have before. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. First up, obviously, it's going to be my cordless impacts, or just cordless tools in general, or pneumatic tools. If you guys watched my video yesterday, you guys know I didn't really grow up with much for power tools as far as impacts and stuff like that. So I'm still getting used to, forcing myself to use these, but God, they cut time down so much. It's really nice to have cordless tools or pneumatic tools if you have an air compressor at home. It saves you a lot of time and makes a lot of jobs a lot easier. So that's definitely on my list of tools that I wish I would have had sooner, because I've worked on a lot of cars, and the jobs could have been done in like half the time with cordless tools or pneumatic tools. So that's the first thing up on my list. And next is something that I actually just recently got, but when working on body panels, not like fenders and stuff, but like the plastic trim pieces or interior parts and stuff like that, the clips, some of those clips can be a real pain in the ass to get off. And I just recently got this gear wrench set. It's a 3-piece set. You can also get them at Harbor Freight. I think it's just the 2-piece set. I think it's actually these 2 that you can get, but I'm not too sure. I know a couple different companies make them, and they're a really strong design. They feel really good, and it makes those pop rivet, or not the pop rivet, the basically the plastic clips that the center pulls out, and then you got to pull the entire thing out. These things make it 10 times easier. These things work great. They save you a lot of time. Instead of trying to use a screwdriver and a pair of pliers, it simply pulls it out. And then this is more for just normal, like the little Christmas tree door panel pins, I guess you want to call them. But this set I wish I would have had a long time ago, because this also saves time. Because if I got to get inside of a door to work on like a window motor or a door handle that came off track, something like that, this speeds up the process a lot. So granted, if you're just a do-it-yourselfer, some of these items may not apply to you because you're not trying to get a job done in a certain amount of time. You have all the time in the world. But when you're trying to make money off of something, you definitely need tools that are going to speed the job up, and these will get it done. Alright guys, sorry about that. Basically, I had the resolution set so high on my phone that if you're ever wondering why I stop the video and restart once in a while, it's because I have the resolution set so high on my phone that it'll only do 5-minute clips for recording at such a high resolution. So I have to constantly make sure that I don't go over the 5 minutes, and that's why I do that. But next up, obviously I've had this item before. You guys have seen, my Tecton Pry Bars, which work great, and they're really cheap. They work really good, but the handles are kind of cheap, and the shaft for the pry bar is actually pretty thin, but it still gets a lot of jobs done. But I picked up the Craftsman 3-piece set for $25, and it's a great deal. Having pry bars with a striking cap is just a great addition, because some things can just be a pain in the ass, and a striking pry bar can really save you a lot of time and headache. So when I picked these up, I was extremely happy because the shaft for the pry bar is much stronger than the Tekton set, and it's got the striking feature, of course, and they're made in USA, and I've been really happy with these. It's a 3-piece set. I got another smaller one, but here's 2 of them, and these are a lifesaver. I mean, they really are. I was looking at getting a snap-on one, but I think for my work box I might just get another set of these if I can find them on sale again, because you guys know I think they run for around $40 or $50, don't quote me on that, but you can find them on sale for $25. So that's definitely on the list for a tool that I wish I would have had sooner, but I already had it before. This is just a better quality version of it, and I'm extremely happy with it. Next up is probably one of the most common tools that any mechanic or do-it-yourselfer ever uses, and that is a ratchet. Now this is another thing that obviously I already had in my toolbox since day one, but what I mean by this is a good quality ratchet, because there is a big difference between using a cheap, like my Stanley ratchet and Pittsburgh ratchet, versus a good quality ratchet. Not only do you save your knuckles half the time when you use a good ratchet, but you can get a lot of those tough fasteners off with a good ratchet that you can trust. So obviously I've picked my Gear Wrench 120 XP, the semi-locking flex head. Then I have the 84 tooth gear wrench, but it's the locking flex head. And I like the locking feature because sometimes when I'm using a normal flex head, not necessarily this one because it kind of semi-locks, but like the Pittsburgh one where it just wobbles back and forth, sometimes when you're really cranking on something and you got the ratchet at like an angle like this, it likes to move around on you a lot, and that can actually be really dangerous because you're going to bust your knuckle on something. So I really do like the locking feature of those. And then obviously my new snap-on 3/8 ratchet. This thing is amazing. I haven't found something that it couldn't get off for me. And the operation of this ratchet is just so smooth, I love it. So that's something I'm really happy with purchasing, was some good quality ratchets, because they make a job a lot easier too. Alright guys, I got a couple things laying around here. I'm going to go ahead and get these put away, and then we'll go over the last thing, and then we'll get into the gift giveaway. Alright guys, so last but not least on my list is kind of a specialty tool. Now I do have quite a good amount of specialty tools here at home, but this is the one that I found that was really useful for getting a job done without having to ask for somebody's help. Because a lot of the time when I'm doing this at home, a lot of you guys may know that you need somebody to help you with this job. And let's just show you, it's a brake bleeder. You guys know if you're just doing brakes by yourself that in order to bleed the brakes you need somebody to press on the brake pedal and bleed the brakes. Well, there's many different styles of this. There's the hand pump one like this I'm about to show you. Then you have the Mighty Vac one, which I'll be getting for my work box. It actually hooks up to an air compressor, and you can hook it up to the brake bleeder valve, and it actually vacuums the fluid out. And you just keep a refill tank on top of your brake reservoir, and it feeds more brake fluid in, so you get fresh fluid throughout your entire system. And that goes by really fast. This is pretty fast, especially if you're do-it-yourselfer. I would suggest one of these for at home. This is a really cheap one. You can definitely get better ones. The only problem I have with this one is when you pump it and it's not hooked up to the bleeder valve, the handle gets stuck in the back position. So you have to get up here and open it back up. But usually when you actually have it hooked up to the brake bleeder, it's got that pressure on it, and it'll actually keep pumping. And basically you just hook a hose up to your bleeder valve, and then you run it to this cup, and then another hose from this cup to your actual pump, and you just crack it loose and you can pump, or you can pull the fluid back and bleed all the air out and get fresh fluid back there. So it's really good for home use. I think this set ran me around 20 or 25, and it's a cheap one. You can get better ones for around 50, and then the one I'm talking about for work runs around 100 to 150. But for the work environment, that's what you really need if you want to cut down the time on your job. So that's the last thing on my list. This is something that I wish I would have gotten sooner, because it makes the brake bleeding a lot easier, and you don't have to worry about asking somebody to help you. So those are my 5 things that just kind of out of all my tools here at home that I selected. I could have picked some other things, but that's what I went with. And obviously I could have went with different stuff if I would have had my Matco box here. But I hope you guys enjoyed those 5 items. Now we're gonna get into the actual gift giveaway portion of the video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So if you weren't there yesterday for my live video, you're about to find out what the gift giveaway is and how to enroll. Give me 1 second and we'll get it. Alrighty guys, so probably what you guys have actually been waiting for in this video, the gift giveaway. So just like last time, you guys know the winner got a pocket knife, a pocket screwdriver, and a pocket flashlight. And the reason I did that was because it was my first gift giveaway, and I want to start off small and work my way up to better items the more subscribers I get. But one thing I'm going to try and include in all my gift giveaways, at least here at the beginning of my channel, you know, first couple thousand, is I'm always going to include a snap-on little pocket screwdriver with the magnetic end, because who doesn't need one of those? As well as one of these Ugsby pocket flashlights. It does take AAAs, but I got a set of 5 for like 20 bucks, and they are actually really bright. I don't have any batteries in this one right now, but it's got a nice little rubber button on the back, nice little clip to hold in your pocket, and they're actually really bright, especially for paying like $20 for a set of 5. So even if you don't win the gift giveaway and you need a pocket flashlight, these Ugsby ones are actually really good. And to get a set of 5 is kind of handy, because you do take the chance of losing something, because it's always in your pocket and it's pretty small. So you take the chance of losing them, but I hope whoever wins enjoys these 2 items. And yesterday, during my live video, I showed you the main item, but those were my own personal tools. And this morning when I woke up, obviously the mailman had brought it today instead of yesterday before my video. So it's this 3-piece standard plier set. It's 9.5-inch tongue and groove pliers, 7-inch diagonal cutting pliers, and 8-inch long needle nose pliers. And I've had mine for a while now, and I like them a lot. The thing that's nice about this, it's kind of crappy because the blow molded case is really cheap compared to the one that I have. I thought it was going to be of the same quality, but the plastic material is really cheap. So whoever does win this, I don't know if you'll want to keep it in this case because it's cracked all up here. I'm sorry about that. That's just the way it came. But you have your diagonal side cutters. Then you have your long needle nose pliers and your adjustable ones with kind of that tooth feature. You guys know you can get the ones with the straight teeth, or this that kind of helps you get around like a fastener or like a pipe. So I find this feature a lot nicer than just the straight teeth. And they do have a nice rubber grip handle. They have a nice rust resistant coating on them, and they are great pliers. The only downside to them is once in a while when you're trying to get in a small spot, sometimes the handles can be a little bit big. But in most cases, these pliers are gonna work for you, and I really think whoever does win this, you're gonna enjoy them. I have the big set. I think it's a 7-piece set, and I've enjoyed it. They work really well. They're smooth, strong, and just well-made pliers. So that's the main part, and the reason I went with a plier set is because I was originally going to do a socket set, but didn't want to do a socket set this time and pliers next time because that's kind of going up and then back down. So each time I do a gift giveaway, I want it to be a little bit better product. So I hope you guys enjoy this set. Excuse me. Along with the pocket flashlight and pocket screwdriver. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for the 1,000 subscribers. And in order to enroll yourself in this gift giveaway, make sure you like this video, comment down below that you're enrolled, and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, then you're not going to be enrolled. So make sure you subscribe, comment, and like this video. And then that's it. One thing is, I hope you guys share my channel with all your family and friends, or anybody else that's interested in tools or my Camaro build. I hope you guys enjoy my videos, and I should have some more good content coming. So thank you guys so much for watching Tony the Technician's channel, and I'll see you guys next time.